Welcome to this module, rewarding opportunities beyond the classroom. Yeah, it's so rampant to feel that all we do is teach within the four walls of the classroom. However, there are things that we can achieve. I was asking a young teacher about his schedule of teaching, and he told me his periods are basically 2 days in a week. So he teaches on this day, maybe Tuesday, for example, and then Thursday, and that's all. Up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he says, "No, I don't teach on those days." And I said, "What do you do?" He said, "Nothing really." Of course, it must show up in school. What do you do? Most people don't realize that the teaching profession is very flexible. At the same time, it is a very, very unique way for you to grow yourself into wealth, into happiness, to fulfillment. The 3 other days that are free, you can do a lot of things. You can decide to do things around. Is there any subject that you may see students who are free that may need some support, and you know those, or you have capacity or proficiency in those subjects because you teach a subject or two? That doesn't mean those are the only things you know. Sometimes a student is weak in some other subjects that you also are good at, but you don't teach it. That student has some free period on those days that you're free. You can decide to volunteer. People don't realize that they get more motivation. Intrinsic motivation is more lasting. And when you do things, what goes around comes around. You do things for free. Those are the most important things. How do people perceive the fact that when you give, you get more, or when you don't give, you don't get, or you lack? You must have a mindset of abundance. When you have some flexible period or some free period or some period that you can just use on your own, why don't you look for a child to teach more or to counsel? Yeah, if you think, oh, I don't have counseling skills, there are a lot of free courses on counseling that you can do on Allison or some other platforms. You can grow yourself professionally. You can decide to create a niche for yourself. If you're teaching a subject, fine, it's so easy. For some people, they teach a subject, but they don't also know that if they grow themselves, develop themselves to become coaches. You advise students from time to time, or you have some free period. Even during your class, you do some coaching. Before you know it, people can realize or can identify you as a youth coach, and then that may be a side hustle for you where you can make extra change from. You can build meaningful relationships through your teaching career. Within the education ecosystem, you can build capacity that can work for you because of what you do. When you've been recognized as a unique individual for a particular thing, but you can't even achieve this if you don't do extra. When you do more than paid for, that's when you can be recognized as a unique entity or as a brand. We'll talk more about that later. But you need to work hard on doing more, doing extra, using your free time, using your creativity to do some more stuff so that you can be recognized. And it's when you're recognized that people can begin to look for you as someone that can be paid extra. When you create value, you make more money. You solve problems, you make more money. We are too focused on the money that we don't realize that when we create value, we make more money. That's about rewarding opportunity beyond the classroom. We'll talk about how can we really monetize this teaching career in the next module. Thank you for listening.